Hi there for another story that will give you goosebumps. As the sun began to set on the small town, a group of friends made their way to the old abandoned school on the edge of town. The school had been closed for years, and rumors had circulated about strange occurrences happening within its walls. Despite the rumors, the friends were determined to explore the school and see if there was any truth to the ghost stories that had been passed around town. As they approached the building, a chill ran down their spines. The school was dark and foreboding, with shattered windows and overgrown weeds surrounding the perimeter. The friends cautiously made their way inside, their flashlights illuminating the dusty hallways. The air was thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional creaking of the old building. As they explored the school, the friends began to notice strange things happening around them. Shadows moved on their own, doors creaked open and closed, and strange whispers echoed through the halls. They tried to brush it off, but the feeling of unease only grew stronger with each passing moment. Suddenly, they heard a loud banging noise coming from one of the classrooms. They cautiously approached the room and peered inside. There, in the center of the room, was a small child sitting in front of a chalkboard. The friends were stunned. They had been told that the school had been abandoned for years, and yet here was a child sitting in one of the classrooms. As they watched, the child slowly turned their head to face them. The friends were horrified to see that the child's eyes were completely black, with no discernible pupils. Without warning, the child let out an ear-piercing scream that echoed through the entire school. The friends ran as fast as they could, their hearts racing with fear. As they burst through the front doors, they looked back and saw the child standing in the doorway, their eyes still black as night. The friends never spoke of their experience again. They knew that what they had seen was something otherworldly, something beyond explanation. And from that day on, they made sure to avoid the old abandoned school, knowing that it was haunted by forces that they could never understand. The black-eyed child in the abandoned school never faded for the group of friends. Despite their best efforts, they found themselves haunted by the experience, unable to shake the feeling that they had encountered something truly otherworldly that night. One of the friends, a woman named Anna, became especially obsessed with the idea of the black-eyed child. She began to research the history of the abandoned school, digging through old newspaper archives and talking to local historians. Eventually, Anna discovered the dark truth about the school. Decades ago, a small child had gone missing in the town, and her body was never found. Rumors had circulated that the child had been kidnapped and murdered by a group of adults, who had hidden her body within the walls of the abandoned school. Anna realized with horror that the black-eyed child they had seen in the school that night was the ghost of the missing child, still trapped within the building where she had met her untimely end. Determined to put the child's spirit to rest, Anna returned to the school alone, armed with sage and holy water. As she made her way through the dark, dusty halls, she heard strange whispers and saw shadows moving around her. But Anna was determined to see her mission through. She eventually found the classroom where the black-eyed child had appeared to them years before. With trembling hands, she lit the sage and began to chant, calling out to the child's spirit and asking it to move on from this world. Suddenly, the air around Anna grew thick and heavy. She felt a cold breeze brush against her skin, and the sound of the child's scream echoed through the halls once more. But Anna did not falter. She continued to chant, pouring holy water onto the ground and holding the sage high. Finally, the screams stopped. The air around Anna grew calm and still, and the shadows dissipated. Anna knew that the black-eyed child's spirit had finally found peace, thanks to her determination and bravery. From that day on, Anna was haunted no longer. She had put the dark history of the abandoned school to rest, and had brought closure to the restless spirit of the black-eyed child. But the memory of that night would stay with her forever, a reminder of the thin veil that separates the living from the dead, and the dangers that lurk within the shadows of the world.